Morning, peeps. Good morning, people. Good bloody morning. What a morning it is. What a morning. I was thinking, that phrase, all the marbles, is that my phrase? I don't know where I've got that from. I was thinking, is that my phrase, all the marbles? If it is, I might do some t-shirts, I might do some t-shirts saying all the marbles. I'm sure it is my phrase, If it isn't, let me know where you heard it from first, but I think it's me. What a morning. Josh Taylor, undisputed. All the marbles. It's beautiful. Hit that bloody subscribe button. Like and share the vids. Spread the word about this great channel. What a fight. What a fight, man. Oh, just what a fight though, innit? Like there's so many, I don't know where to start. Like this is where my brain works quicker than my mouth. I don't know where to start. But let's start with the fact that I now think Josh Taylor, and you could argue with yourself if you want. For me, Josh Taylor is a pound for pound top 5. And I can't remember the last time I've said that about a Brit. Josh Taylor, for me, is a pound for pound top 5. He's cleaned out the 140 division. And he's not gone the easy route. There's easy routes, by the way. There's easy routes to become an undisputed. You literally wait for someone else to clean up and then you beat them. It's almost like Jermaine Taylor when he beat Bernard Hopkins many, many moons ago, right? Hopkins done all the work to get all the belts. Jermaine Taylor beat Bernard Hopkins, very controversially, by the way, became undisputed. Was it undisputed? I think he did. It's like that. No. Josh Taylor's beaten the people. And when he's fought them, they've been unbeaten. He's fought unbeaten fighters to get the belts. This is the beauty of what Josh Taylor's done. And more beautiful than that, let me just make sure I've got his fight record right. This is his 17th or 18th fight as a pro. How many is it? 18. Josh Taylor is undisputed at 18. Incredible. Honestly, it's incredible. Since the O'Hara Davis fight, and I remember it like it was yesterday, by the way. And I keep referencing the O'Hara Davis fight just because there were a lot of people, I'm telling you now, I'm not going to name and shame them. A lot of people were thinking O'Hara Davis was going to do Josh Taylor. A lot of people, right? O'Hara Davis had this hype, he could talk and, Josh Taylor back then wasn't the Josh Taylor we see now. Josh Taylor back then was a bit more reserved, a bit more timid. He certainly wasn't the fiery character we know now in the lead up to fights. So everyone's like, okay, O'Hara Davis destroyed him. And then you look at the way in which they've built him since then. It's perfect. Miguel Vasquez, they ain't a joke. After O'Hara Davis, they ain't a joke. Campos. Victor Postal was next. Ryan Martin. And by the way, Victor Postal only lost once. That was to Terence Crawford. Ryan Martin was unbeaten. Beat him. Baranchik, IBF title. Unbeaten. Beat him. Prograis to unify the division. WBA. And obviously the World Boxing Super Series. Kong Song, we won't even talk about. And then Jose Ramirez, who's done his own work on the other side. Literally coming together. Bang. Bang. Man. I've always liked Kenny Bayless, by the way. I've always liked him. Just because in the last sort of 20 years or so, he's always got the big fights, right? Kenny Bayless, a motherfucker though. I'm sorry, both of those knockdowns, both. I mean, the second one, I've seen long counts before, but that second one, that you could almost count that as an 18-second to 20-second count. That's a disgrace. Something needs to happen. The first knockdown as well, he's giving Ramirez time to get up. It's like, what? And then he starts warning Josh Taylor. He threatened to take a point, I think twice, from Josh Taylor, which would have resulted in a draw. It would have resulted in a draw if he did that. Dodgy. And look, our referees over here are quite dodgy. Our referees over here give fighters longer counts. So they get him up at 10. So it's not really, it's a long count. It's smart. What they do is they get him up. All right, so first of all, they tell the person to go to the corner. Then they look to whoever's around ringside, get the count. Okay, we're with you at the count. And then they count. That's what they do, right? And then when the person gets up at 9, they look at them, rub their hands off. Are you okay? Walk to me. You're fine. You sure? All that adds up to about 18 seconds. It's very dodgy. Very dodgy. Kenny Bayless yesterday early hours of this morning, took the piss. Tried. But he didn't succeed. Didn't succeed because Josh Taylor was just too damn good. Josh Taylor showed absolutely... Josh Taylor in that fight almost showed things that an 18-fight guy shouldn't have, right? You shouldn't have what Josh Taylor has. Experience. He knows when to tuck up. Honestly, when Ramirez was coming on like a steam train in those first 3 rounds, he knew when to tuck up. He knew when to sit on the ropes. He knew how to get out of the pocket on the ropes, right? Took a couple. Good chin. Took a couple. He's going to take a couple. He's going to take a couple because he's fighting a guy that's unbeaten and is a world champion. He's fighting a guy that can fight in Ramirez. So he's going to take a couple. Good chin. The hooks off the ropes. Oh, God. I'm just in awe of him. The hooks off the ropes were just beautiful. Really good check hooks off the ropes were just stunning. And I'm watching it thinking, I have to admit, I've maybe underrated Josh Taylor. Like that, maybe I have. And I put my hands up. I'm sorry, people. Maybe I have because I'm looking at him thinking, and we do this. We, in this country, in this island of ours, we either overrate you or underrate you. We don't just give you your props. It's almost like we go too crazy. And when you lose, it's like, oh God, this is awful. Or we're like, we hold back a bit. No more holding back. Josh Taylor, you're free to go. You're a pound for pound top 5. Argue with yourself. Josh Taylor is a pound for pound top 5. You're not telling me there's 4 other guys on the planet that have a better resume. I'm not having it. Not a better resume, but I've cleaned up and have all the belts. Because the reason I say that is because Chocolatito has a better resume. But obviously, unfortunately, Chocolatito is coming off a controversial loss against Estrada, so you can't put Chocolatito in there. But Chocolatito has a better resume. Pacquiao obviously has a better resume. But better resume, unbeaten, all the marbles. Yeah. You're not finding 5 more. The first knockdown was beautiful. I mean, Ramirez is coming in. So the worst thing is because Ramirez is leaning in and Josh Taylor's going forward, it's double force. Beautiful. The second knockdown, oh, Jesus Christ, man. That uppercut. And you know what it is? It's not even the knockdown. It's the way in which he stared. He knew the fight was over there. He knew and it was. Because Kenny Bayless cheated. But that's another thing altogether. I spoke about that. When he landed that uppercut and he looked down at Ramirez and kind of walked over, like he took a step to Ramirez, like, what? You ain't getting up from that one. It's like he knew that was it. He must have felt the connection. He must have felt everything, and like his whole arm probably just felt like, whoa. You know, like when Thanos put that glove on, and he got all the fucking the stones, and when Josh Taylor landed that uppercut and he knew that was a cracking punch. And it was a cracking punch. And if it wasn't for Kenny Bayless, it would have been a knockout punch. But credit, regardless of if it was a 10-second count, 15-second count, even a minute count, credit to Ramirez to get up, show the heart of a champion, that Mexican heart, right? And keep on fighting. Like I thought Ramirez was done. Even when he got up, I was like, oh, you're done. Even in the 8th round, I was like, his legs are still done. Just kept on fighting. Landed a couple of good shots. Put Josh under some pressure again. But I thought from then on, Josh Taylor was in control. Yes, he got caught a couple of times, but I thought from then on, he was in control. Josh Taylor's foot movement is a thing of beauty. So light on his feet. He threw a triple jab in the first round. Go and watch the fight. Timothy Bradley was like, whoa, where did that come from? Like, because obviously they've been watching tapes on him. They're like, I haven't seen that before. And it's almost like, okay, but I've got, and Josh Taylor was like almost showing them that I've got more than you've seen. Like I get better at each fight. I've been working on things each fight, each camp. We're adding to this arsenal. And it made me laugh hearing Timothy Bradley say that, like, oh, I ain't seen that before. Where's that come from? Josh has got more. And I look at, one thing I do, and I probably shouldn't do, but I look at how the Americans view Josh Taylor. Because the Americans have been, they've been quite critical of our British fighters. And Shakur Stevenson was very positive. Like, Josh Taylor's a hell of a fighter. Terence Crawford was like, I told you Josh Taylor was going to win. Andre Ward was like, brilliant fight. Like, these are the people you look for, because they've been quite critical of some of our British fighters. They have been, because we have this European style that they think is quite basic. You know, honestly, and to be fair, once that European style has gone over to America in recent years, it has looked quite basic and we've got humbled. But Josh Taylor, you know, was flying that British and Scottish flag and was like, no, I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to show you something different. Man, now the world's his oyster. Now it's like, what do you want to do now? What do you want to do now, Josh? Like, what? I mean, he can, and look, he might go, 1 second, I keep doing it, 2 seconds, peeps. Trying to look at something quickly okay, cool. Yeah, so he might go the money route, right? And the money route could be Broner. Could be Broner. I mean, I don't know how that works with Top Rank and Broner with PBC, but it could be Broner. That's the money fight. And for Broner, that's, in terms of putting Broner back on the map, what better than to be one fight away from having all the belts around your waist. Now, the mandatories are going to come as well. Jack Catterall over here might be kind of that homecoming fight, right? I mean, if fans can get back, I'm trying to think, when would he fight again? What are we now, May? September? Yeah, September, there should be full crowds allowed back. That fight in Scotland, big fight. Josh Taylor should win that one. And then you got Teofimo Lopez, who's spoken openly about wanting to go up now to 140 pounds after his fight against Cambasos. And then you got Javonte Davis, who's fighting at 140 pounds against Barrios. Loads of fights. Will he jump to 147? I mean, there's options out there now. And again, he's now made his name in America. I did a video with the boys the other day, Raps on TV and G-Man. He will be like Amir Khan now. I expect the majority of his fights to be in America, because all the names I mentioned, aside from Jack Catterall, are American-based. And that's where the money is going to be for these fights. And I think they like Josh. I think, as well, Josh showed his character. Josh showed his character in the lead up to that fight. At the face-off, the weigh-in, the way in which he ran up to Ramirez's manager, they like that. They like that. He's showing a character. And he fights exciting. Like, literally, he ticks every single box. He's an exciting fighter. He's got character. Put him on the mic, he will speak. Better than all that, though, he has all the marbles. He has all the marbles. I'm so happy inside. He has all the marbles. He has all the marbles, people. He's got everything. Come on, man. He's pound for pound top 5. You know what he does have as well, that I don't think a lot of our British fighters over here have, and this isn't discrediting British fighters, but anyway, he's got this aggression when he fights. Like, you hurt him. Amir Khan had it a little bit, but it was to Amir Khan's detriment, because Amir Khan's chin wasn't the best. Like, you hurt Amir Khan gets angry and wants to fire back. Like, what? Yeah. I feel like when I've seen some of our Brits, they kind of go into a shell a little bit. No, Josh Taylor comes out of the shell. But Josh Taylor fights with aggression but technique. So he's not just going to wildly swing away, but he is going to fucking bite on that gum shield, really dig down and have a go. And I wonder if that's kind of that Braveheart Scottish thing. But he has a go. I love it, man. I've never been so excited for a guy. And I'm so angry with myself not doing the live watch along. I thought it was going to be a ring walk about 4:30. Around 11 o'clock last night, I found out it was going to be a 2 o'clock, 2:30. And I was like, oh, I've had a drink. I'm a bit tired. And I didn't do it. I'm very upset I didn't do it, because I feel like I've discredited Josh by not showing or doing a live watch along to a Josh Taylor fight. Josh, will never happen again. Will never happen again. I will watch all your fucking fights, because you are, my friend, an exciting bloody fighter. You are Mr. All the Marbles, undisputed, the king of 140 pounds. And like I said, for me, let me have a quick look at the Ring Magazine's pound for pound rankings. For me, you are now in the top 5. He was number 9 anyway, I believe. Let's have a look. Where was Josh? Josh was number 9 anyway. So if you're number 9 and you've just beaten the unbeaten belt holder at 140, I think, so their rankings are Canelo, Inoue, Crawford, Usyk, Spence. Spence has got some good names on his record. He's got Teespring at number 6. Usyk comes out for me. I mean, Usyk's there because of what he done. Like I said, he's there because of what he done at cruiserweight. Yeah, you come out for me. You come out for me as far as I'm concerned. I am a what have you done for me lately, man. And Usyk's last 2 wins are against Witherspoon and Chisora. You come out for me. So I would have him. Do I have him above Spence? It's tough. But he's in there, isn't he? Definitely top 6. So you'd have Canelo at number 1, Inoue number 2, Crawford 3. Estrada did beat Chocolatito, you know. I'd have to work this one out, but you know what? He's in and around the top 5 or 6 for me. Again, if you don't believe me, argue with yourself. Oh, wait a minute. Are we doing a Sunday session live? I've got to be somewhere at 9:30. We're going to do a Sunday session live at 7 o'clock for an hour. Can we do that? 6:30. Sunday session live, 6:30. 6:30.